Hi everybody, just thought I would make a 20-week update. So I'm just going to shuffle because it's a really uncomfortable position. Oof. There we go. Yeah, so 20-week update. We had 20 weeks today. Halfway, it's very scary. Yeah, kind of when I realised... Sorry, that's my cat bumping me and I'm holding the camera. When I realised we were halfway, I was like, oh yeah, halfway, yay. And then I looked, forward and thought about what that actually meant. Stop bumping me. And kind of became really scary. But what's new? I had a midwife appointment last week. I have another one on January the 10th. The one that I just had wasn't with my actual midwife. She was away that day, so it was just someone else. But a few days before my midwife's appointment, I had been sent home from work because I was standing there doing my job, and I suddenly just didn't. I hadn't been really feeling right, and I suddenly just felt, I need to go get a drink. So I asked another staff member to take my place while I went and got a drink. And as I went to go get a drink, everything pretty much just went black in front of me, and I almost fainted on the floor, but I managed to just thankfully sit down before I did. Go away. So yeah, that was a bit of a scary kind of shock moment. I asked my midwife about it, and she just said maybe my iron might be low. And when I asked the midwife that I saw at the midwife appointment, she did my blood pressure, and my blood pressure has always been quite low. I just naturally have low blood pressure, and it was down the low end. It was something like 92/54 or something. I can't remember, something like that. And she said probably just the combination of standing, the heat, because I've set summer over here, and we've been getting some really nice hot days, like hot muggy days, and yeah, everything just meant my blood pressure dropped even further. So I do have to be a little bit more careful. There has been a couple more times since then where I've felt like the same, kind of felt a little bit lightheaded and not quite right. I did also have one morning last week. Actually, it was after the midwife's appointment. I came home, had my lunch. I'd been fine. Had my lunch, was sitting there, didn't quite feel right. Went into the kitchen. Went into the kitchen, and I was trying to make the rest of my food for the afternoon to take to work. And I just turned around and vomited all through the sink, everything I'd eaten that day, everything I'd drunk. It was disgusting, and I haven't done that since like week 15 or 14 or something, so it's been about 5-6 weeks since I vomited, and it was kind of scary. I felt better after that, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not too sure. I've been taking some iron tablets, but when I take them they do make me feel quite sick, so it's a struggle to take them. I think I might ask my midwife if she can get me a prescription for some different ones, because these ones they're quite large. Yeah, they're probably about that big, and you put them in your mouth and you can either chew them or you can leave them and suck on them, and they dissolve and fizz down. They're called Iron Fizz. I'm thinking maybe I'll just get some. I used to have to take iron tablets, and they were just little tiny tablets, and I just swallow them with a glass of water, and you never know. So I'm thinking I might just ask her to get some of those again. But yeah, I'm also worried about the whole low blood pressure thing. I mean, I wouldn't want that to keep affecting me. And because I have been getting really thirsty lately, like constantly drinking, pretty much. Unless I'm really busy and just not concentrating on anything. Then I did have a wonder about gestational diabetes. A family member does have diabetes. My nana has diabetes. So I'm not sure whether that puts me at an increased risk or what, but yeah, obviously we do the testing over here, and I'm nearly at that point, so I'll ask her about that too on my next appointment. But if anyone has had or knows a lot about gestational diabetes or low blood pressure during pregnancy or low iron, please let me know and give me some tips, hints, anything. That'd be really good. Thank you. What else are we doing? Well, we haven't had another scan since a 13-week one, but it is only 4 days till we find out what we're having. I have a scan on Monday, and I am excited and nervous. I'm so excited just to see the baby again and see how it's changed and grown and how much it actually looks like a real baby now. Obviously it did the last one too, but now it's a lot bigger. And yeah, we are excited to find out what it is. We have had the whole time had a thought about what we think it might be. Like, you know how you just have this feeling, and my mum had thought the exact same thing. I don't know, it's just hard when you get a feeling and then you're like, well, that doesn't mean it is that, and you know, you don't want to get your hopes up and then go and they're like, no, actually it's this, and you're like, oh, shock. But I mean, I don't really care whether it is a girl or a boy as long as it's healthy. I did kind of want a girl more, but as I've been thinking about it, a little boy would be cute, and I've kind of decided I like the boys' names that we've been thinking about better. So yeah, I'm not too fussed either way, really. I mean, it's a baby. And that's all we wanted, so the fact it's coming is fine with me, no matter what bits it has between its legs. But yeah, we'll probably make an update when we know. What else? We bought a few more things. Bought pram. Bought some bottles. Bought some bibs. It's really kind of hard. I mean, I've been looking at cots. I found the one I want, but it is 700 New Zealand dollars just for the cot itself, which is a lot of money if you do the exchange rate. I'm pretty sure we're quite close to the American dollar, so I can't remember if you go up or down though. But yeah, around 700 New Zealand dollars is a lot of money. So looking at saving for that, I think some of our family members are going to help out with the cost of the cot, so we don't have to save this whole 700, but we'll save a large chunk of it. I mean, obviously we've got 20 weeks until baby is here, probably even 18 or 19 weeks, you don't know, but yeah, probably we'd want to have the cot by about, 30 weeks, 32 weeks, 35 maybe to push. But yeah, everything else is kind of so hard to buy because it's not gender neutral. Over here, we do have gender neutral stuff. I have found some gender neutral, but I really don't want to be dressing my baby in white all the time or yellow. It's really hard, and some of the prints they put on the white or the yellow that is meant to be gender neutral is not quite. So you kind of look at it and you're like, no, that'd look weird on a boy, like polka dots. I'm not so fussed about boys in polka dots. I think maybe it was a little bit more girly. It'd be very cute in a girl. And one with whales. Couldn't really see a girl in a little jumper suit that was covered in whales. Didn't quite seem right. So, yeah, and obviously with bedding and everything, I really don't want everything white because I don't want it to get dirty and look yuck. I'd like the room. Obviously we rent at the moment. We don't have our own house. We're looking at buying one next year. But we can't paint the walls, and all the walls in the house are white, so I don't really want to go buying white bedding because then the room will just look like a prison of white, which is why obviously my cot I don't want to be white either. So yeah, I'm just holding out so I can buy colours really. We're going away over Christmas, New Year's. We're going down south a little bit, not too far, just a couple hours, and it's quite close to one of the main centres of New Zealand, so it'll be really good to travel over there and hopefully go have a look around. They've got some very large department stores, some very large, what are they called, like outlet department stores, so kind of like DFO in Australia, and I don't know what you have in America, but they're just full of outlet stores. That'll be quite good to go to, have a look around there, see what we can find, maybe score some bargains, get some maternity bras, because these things don't stop growing, and it's not exciting. Yeah, a few people that I've spoken to as well have said that they've already started leaking, and since they've said that, I keep getting these, kind of scary panic moments when I'm at work that suddenly I'm going to have this giant patch on my boob and all the children are going to stare at me funny. But I haven't so far had any leaking. I mean, I've had the little, white bits, and, if you play with it a little bit, whatever, a little bit comes out, but it sounds really gross. Sorry for too much information. Yeah, I haven't really started full on leaking yet, but they just keep growing. And so does my bump, it keeps growing too. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to update on. I don't know. So yeah, if anyone has any tips or hints about any of the medical kind of things that I've asked about or mentioned, please do let me know. Sorry, I'm rubbing my cat with my foot because she will not leave me alone. The moment you pet her, she doesn't leave you alone. You pretty much have to push her away or lock her outside just to get her to leave you alone again. So if you have any tips, please let me know. I will be so happy to hear about them. Not long until my midwife appointment, but yeah, it's still hard to hold out, not being quite sure. But until then, I'm sure I'll make another update probably next week just to let you guys know what baby is and maybe show you some pictures. So yeah, till then, bye bye.